So I'm gonna show y'all what a day in the life of working at the guild is like. So I just got invited to a Hudson Guild pop-up podcast. Let me see if I can flip my camera. So it's the Hudson Guild Podcast. Ring the bell. I'm gonna show you guys this space. It's called Tech Up. So when you walk in, it's all white, very clean, obviously. Here's the space. We have the whole podcast set up right here. Black screen, conference table, so if you want to have meetings and stuff. And then this is where the magic happens. This is our sound room. A view of our podcast right now. Some of the participants. We got a MIDI board. We have everything. Guy Phil, it's the guy who runs everything. And here's a closer look at the space. It's real private, big lights and stuff.
Hi, I am Essence, a participant of Hudson Guild's Teen Services, and this is HGPC Hudson Guild Podcast.
How did you get started at Hudson Guild?
Honestly, it was just my friend Anwar. He worked there at the time, and he told me to come to a gym. It was free. I didn't believe it, so I came here, played basketball every single day. I knew it was open from 6 to 11, so I was in there all day, every day, doing drills, working out, just making the gym my own. And long story short, as time passed on, I met a man named Mr. B, and they were like, yo, I really like you. You're a good influence on the kids here. You're good at basketball. You're a good, positive role model. So how'd you feel about being an intern here? And me, I was like, I never even thought about that. I honestly was just being genuine, just being myself. And then he was like, well, you already got the internship, so we're just gonna wait for you to, send in your information. So I was like, okay, cool. Became an intern. With being that intern, it was just like whatever. I was just doing the same thing. And then we had Marcus, who was no longer with us, but he came, and that just made it even more fun because he was a coach, he was a trainer, former pro. So it just made that whole transition easy. He was training me and other kids in the gym. And then eventually, I became an official hire. When I became an official hire, that's when I got a little more responsibility. I had to take into consideration other people and not just playing basketball. And then now I'm officially full-time. I'm there almost every single day. And it was a long process because I was in school and stuff, but all the kids that were in the gym, they kept wanting to hear. So it just became a part of my life. It's like a parasite stuck to me. I care about everybody now. So that's pretty much how I got the job.
What was the gym like before it was renovated?
First came there, the gym looked the same, the floor was the same. It was hot, but it was no ventilation. So after a couple games, you're gonna die. If you want to get in condition, go to the guild at that time because you're gonna get in shape. It was like running in Denver. You just couldn't breathe. As time went on, when summertime hit, June, July, August, when it was 90, forget about it. The floor, oil was coming out the walls. It was just dead. It was a death wish. Now, the lights, the floor, everything is new. You can breathe. You can go up down the court, not die. Still get a good sweat in, but it was just crazy. Them renovating that gym was a godsend.
How do you structure the basketball games now?
So now with the gym being reopened, we have the runs more structured. We have timed games. Every game is 10 minutes. First game is 10, ones and twos. Every other game after that is game 7, depending on the amount of people that's in the gym and the level of competition. Obviously, we do ones and twos, game 7. We want the games to be quick but competitive as well. And how I run the runs is a little bit different. I'm not a fan of just bringing your 5 and then y'all lose or whatever, win or lose, and then mess up the runs. What I do is I make it competitive based on who's in the gym. So if we have all college and pro guys in the gym, there's going to be equivalent matchups and etc. But when it's a mixture or diaspora of different people, it's very difficult to have organized runs because bad players mess up the game. So we're privy on structuring the games, and also how we do it now, which is way different, is that with it being timed, it makes it more of cerebral thing when you playing versus playing game 16, and some people bum it, some people just lackadaisical at the time, or they just hog the ball, whatever. It's like there's 14 seconds on the clock, like you gotta make a shot. So and what if the game is tied, then we have a sudden death. So that's what makes the guild runs a little bit different in comparison to others, because you can go against people that are in college, pro, high school, dude from the block, whatever, and it's gonna be competition. So we structure it based on diversity rather than individualism and like politics. We want it to be everybody can go against anybody and get worked out also.
How do you separate your runs from other gyms' runs?
Other runs that I've been to, I play in college right now, and I'm from Queens, so I've played in every run, Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever. A lot of them is just unstructured, and it's like, when you play in them, it's like, you play one game, there's 50, 60 dudes in the gym, you're never going to get on the court again, or you're playing with people that like don't know how to play basketball at all, because it's people's friends, brothers, whatever. And it makes it a little difficult for people that know how to play the game versus dudes that know how to love the game, because it separates those that are working on the game versus people playing for individual valor and acceptance from other people. So like other runs outside of that, like maybe a little political, be like invite only, which is okay, I could get it, but other people, you never know who's good. Somebody could be bad today and good tomorrow. So I always compare the guild to other runs because I want to structure it different, because it's like, what about the dude that never went to college, never played in high school, but he's dumb nice? Like, he gets opportunity to play here in front of people. You never know who's watching. We've had college coaches come here. We've had guys get Division I scholarships out this gym. So it's like, you never know who's watching at this gym. In comparison to other runs, you just playing, get a little videographer, is cool, and then you just put it on the gram. But like here, you might get a life-changing opportunity. So that's how we separate ourselves from other people and other gyms and other runs. No shade though.
What unique features does the Hudson Guild Gym have?
Another thing with the guild is like our facility, we have everything right there. We have the whole full court, bathrooms, we have an office with band-aids, whatever you get hurt. We got athletic tape, you want to put it, like, you tore your ACL, whatever, you could wrap your knee up. We got the bathrooms right there, fresh, ice cold Niagara water. Like we have probably the best water in New York City. Like, I'm gonna tell you, before the guild was redone, when it was like hotter than the Gobi Desert versus now, like that water deserves like a gold medal. It's the greatest water in America. Like, I could just live in that water fountain and drink that water all day. So you have water there, you have everything there. If one thing that we have too that a lot of people don't know is like, if you're a high school prospect or star or whatever, or you're a kid trying to get into college, we have computers right there as well where you can contact coaches, email stuff, use it for homework, schoolwork, whatever. We got a couple kids right now who are in the process of committing to college or going to college, such as Elijah Pagan, Nana, those who know him as Nana. We got Javante. We got a couple more kids that, come to the guild, work out, play basketball, and everything is right there for kids, college dudes, grown men, whatever. Like if you have somebody you want to contact, you could do that right there, or you could, if we have a game room right next door, or not even next door outside the building, but right next to the gym, or say you play ping pong, play Monopoly cards, you just want to come and chill. Like it's just a perfect vibe for any and everybody. But inside of that gym, it's perfect because the benches is right there. You can hoop, you can, like it's just closed in to where it's like you can only focus on basketball. Once you leave the court, and it's like you have your own world. So we have literally every single route of a perfect place and facility here at the Guild. When you walk in the gym, when you walk in the whole facility, once you go down the stairs, like the gym is right there. It's closed off, so it's not in the way. It's not like it's upstairs. People can see you. It's just private. So you could go there to hoop, play till 11 or whatever the times are for that day or that week, and that's it. And it's located right in Chelsea. So A train, C train, L train. We got Penn Station. You can take the Long Island Railroad, however you want to get here. We got the 1 and the 2 train right over there. It's right there in Chelsea on 26, and I believe in between like 8th and 9th Ave or 10th Ave. So it's right there in the heart of everything. So it's really easy to get to, and it's the perfect environment. And the more people you bring, the more competitive you can make the runs and beneficial for everybody, even for the college guys, the pro guys, the high school kids, whatever. Like everybody can get better at the Guild.
What upcoming projects are you working on with the Hudson Guild?
Coming up in the future also, I want to mention is that we're going to be working with Phil as well as others. Working on more sports podcasts to kind of embrace that culture that we're bringing in the Guild and creating at the Guild, as well as for New York City, because we have a lot of rising prospects that come in the gym, and we want to give them a chance to hear their thoughts, how they think, how they talk, how they perceive things coming to the Guild or just their regular daily life. And we always want more people in the basketball culture, as well as not in the basketball culture, to come to the podcast and share their thoughts about sports and things of that sort. If you ever want to be a part of that, just go on hudsonguild.org/HGPC and podcast, and it's right there. And then you hit up the email, and then we can get you situated in. But it's another addition that we wanted to add to the Guild, because a lot of gyms is just basketball, but now we got basketball, and we could talk about the journey on how you became who you are, what you want to become, and just life advice, sports advice, what you think, etc. like that.
That's it. You want to do a promo? You got to do a promo. You got to say, "Hey, this is Justice, and you're watching HG, or this is."
I'm gonna do some shout outs, and I'm gonna be like, "This is Justice from the Guild, shouting out HGPC Podcast." I want to do a quick little shout out to my guy Phil, Marcus, Mr. B, Kev, Habiba, Wilmer, Danny Malachi, Kayla, all my close people, compadres. And this is Just from the Guild, or Justice from the Guild, shouting out HGPC Podcast.